There's a weight in my chest as I say this, like I'm admitting something I swore I never would. It's not easy. Telling it means facing it. The heavy oak door creaked open before I could knock again. My jacket was soaked through, rain clinging to my hair, trickling down the back of my neck. I was chilled, worn out, uncertain. Warm firelight spilled across the flagstone floor of the quiet cottage just outside Galway. Aidan stood in the doorway, tall, silver-haired, his eyes steady but kind. "You must be freezing," he said, stepping aside. "Come in." I hesitated. But I crossed the threshold. Warmth wrapped around me instantly, the crackle of fire in the hearth, soft rugs underfoot, and the hum of low music drifting from a vintage radio in the corner. Then came movement. From behind the couch rose Connor, broad-shouldered, dark auburn beard, his knit sweater smelling faintly of wood smoke and pine. "Let me get you something," he said, already reaching for a thick wool blanket folded over a chair. He wrapped it around my shoulders gently, like it wasn't the first time he'd done something like that. "I'll make tea," it came a quieter voice. I turned to see Rowan, the youngest of the three, tall and lean, with dark eyes and a tattoo just visible under the loose collar of his shirt. He gave me a single nod before disappearing into the kitchen. I hadn't spoken a word. Connor crouched near the fire, feeding it another log. The glow deepened. "You can sit," he said without looking up. "That weight looks heavy." I sank into the corner of the couch. Legs tucked under me. Blanket wrapped tight. Rowan returned with a mug, the aroma strong, spiced black tea with a hint of something floral. Our fingers brushed when he handed it to me. He didn't smile, but he didn't need to. His presence was steady. Quiet. The tea was stronger than I'd expected, grounding. Real. I held the mug with both hands, letting the heat sink into my fingers, into me. Connor sat beside me on the rug, close enough that his knee pressed gently against the couch. "Still cold?" he asked. I nodded, softly. He touched my ankle, thumb brushing along the bone. Not invasive. Just checking for warmth. I didn't pull away. Aidan returned with a folded long-sleeve shirt. "You'll catch something if you stay in those wet clothes," he said gently. I looked down. My soaked top clung to my skin, heavy, cold, uncomfortable. "You can change behind the couch," Aidan offered. "We'll look the other way." And they did. I slipped behind the couch, heart racing for reasons I didn't yet understand. I let the blanket fall and peeled away my wet layers, fingers shaking. The shirt Aidan had handed me was soft and warm. It fell low past my hips, worn in a comforting way. I breathed in the scent of him, clean, familiar, grounding. When I stepped back out, they were seated again, still, quiet, but every gaze met mine. Not with judgment. Just something else I couldn't name. I curled back into the couch. Firelight danced across my knees. Rowan's hand rested near mine on the cushion. When my fingers grazed his pinky, he didn't move. He let them stay. "I should probably head back soon," I murmured. Aidan leaned forward, voice low. Or you could stay." I didn't answer. Rowan's palm opened beside mine. I shifted. Our hands touched. His thumb swept gently across my knuckles. I didn't pull away. Thunder rolled outside. Closer now. Connor stood and gently pulled the blanket up again, draping it over my lap, tucking it around me. His fingers lingered at my waist. Behind me, Aidan stepped close. I felt his warmth before his hand came into view, smoothing the shirt gently along my back. "You're safe here," he said softly. "You don't have to think." Rowan's hand slipped fully into mine, his other arm resting lightly over my thigh. His shoulder touched mine, an anchor. Behind me, Connor lifted a strand of damp hair from my neck, setting it down with care. "I didn't expect this," I whispered. "You're not the only one," Connor said from behind me, his voice low near my ear. Aidan's fingers ran softly along my forearm. Rowan leaned forward until his forehead brushed mine. I could feel the shape of his breath against my lips. I didn't speak. I just leaned in. Our kiss was warm, real, unhurried. Rowan's hand cupped my cheek. Connor's rested gently at my back. Aidan's palm found my side. And just like that, I was held. Not owned. Not claimed. Just held. Each of them still. Steady. Present. No one rushed. No one pushed. Rowan tucked the blanket around me again. Connor's shoulder brushed mine. Across from us, Aidan crouched near the fire, his gaze calm. "You're warmer now," he said quietly. I nodded. The tea still in my hands. The hush between us deeper than before. "I didn't think I'd be here this long," I admitted. "No one's asking you to leave," Aidan said. The wind howled outside. Trees thrashed. The storm wasn't easing. If anything, it was settling in. Rowan dimmed the lamp. Connor tugged the edge of the blanket that had slipped from my knee. I sat still, eyes heavy, not from exhaustion, but from stillness. "Safety." "I'm okay," I whispered. "I just didn't expect a night like this." "You don't have to expect everything," Aidan replied. "Sometimes it's enough just to let it be." No one moved away. But no one demanded more. Their closeness didn't confine me. It surrounded me. And in that hush, with the fire crackling low and the storm raging outside, I asked myself the same question I'll now ask you.